Alright, so now you can still hear me, right? Okay, I'm gonna post the link to my YouTube channel, and if it works, you shall see, let me see, what you'll see on my YouTube channel is there'll be one video that's live right now as we speak, and it will say that stream is starting soon. So participate there for the time being, starting now. Alright, can everybody see what's on the YouTube channel right now? No? So YouTube channel is blank, is it?
What's the YouTube? Yeah, we can see. We can see.
Alright, so now it's saying that stream is starting soon, right? Is that what you see? Alright, is everybody on YouTube right now? Just checking. Okay, hold on, I have a lot of things on my screen, so hold on for a second, yeah. Okay, this one I can minimize.
Yeah, YouTube is okay now, we can see.
YouTube's okay, alright, hold on just 1 minute. And, okay, live streaming workshop is here. Just give me 1 moment. Alright, testing. Can everybody hear my audio on YouTube? Can everybody hear my voice on YouTube? Alright, can everybody hear my voice on YouTube? I'm doing a test session over here just to show how it works. Yes, alright. So what you see right now on YouTube here, okay, when you stream using OBS, you have a lot of control of what you can show and what you can hear and what you cannot hear, right? So right now I'm going to disable a few sounds. Okay, now is my voice clear? Is it totally clear or not clear? Okay, test. Is my voice clear now? Testing? Clear. All right. So this is one of the beauty of what you call this OBS Studio. You have a lot of control. You can easily pinpoint which is the source and which one is not affected. And I can easily change. For example, right now you see nothing. You just see a starting soon screen. But now you can see me together with a screen behind me. All right, you can see things. And one very cool thing about OBS is that you can also see what I'm doing. I can choose what to show. So let's say right now I don't want to show this game I'm playing right now. Tada, it's missing. Nobody can see anything at all. You won't be able to see what the desktop actually looks like. I can show this at will. I can show a bar at will. I can do a lot of awesome things. This is how OBS actually works, all right? Okay, by the way, this game I'm showing here is actually a game that I want to show how you can actually interact with your students. Okay, this is a very famous free game this year called Among Us. So what is Among Us? If anybody has ever played the werewolf game, all right, it's basically trying to find out who is the murderer or who is the killer, all right? So, okay, let me see. Is my hand pointing? Okay, let me see. I have to practice. Okay, which hand am I using? Yeah, that's my right hand, right? Yeah. You can see me pointing now, right? Okay, I'm raising my hand, but I'm cutting off the... Okay, you can see me pointing, right? So another awesome thing is that if you know how to position yourself in the camera, you can actually point to the screen as well, all right? So this is an example of how I do my classes. Now, right now on the screen, you see all these characters and you see... Wait, where am I? Hold on. You see all these characters. These are all my students. I'm the guy in yellow over here, and everyone here in this room are my students. You can use OBS to craft activities. You can have chosen students in the center, and then in the chat, you can have other students observing the activity in front. So this is a very interesting game called, what you call this? Okay, let me see. So akan start in 1 minute, and I can show everyone live what is going on the live stream. All right, so let's say for example, okay, my students want me to increase the speed. Okay, I'll control the speed over here then. Hey, where's the speed? Okay, game, where's the speed? All right, that's nicer. All right, so now this is a game called Among Us where we are going to guess who's the killer. So let's have some fun here and try to guess who's the killer. All right, the game is going to start in 3 seconds, I guess. Okay. Shh. Okay, so I'm not the killer, and the rest of the people that might be among my students here might be, you know, there might be a killer. So why do I use this for teaching? Because over here, this is about, you know, finding evidences, all right? So you want to prove who is the killer or who is innocent, you know, without really much information. So right now, one of the imposters, or the werewolf, or what you want to call him, has sabotaged this place. So we have to start repairing this ship. And by the way, do participate in chat. Don't be shy. Because after this, I'm going to have a session where I'm going to show how I interact with my students as well. Alright, so there are a few activities or games within this game. Alright, I completed a task. But so far, I haven't found who's the killer yet. So these two are my students over here. And they're all online from their homes right now. On the phone as we speak. So let's see. Okay. So somebody found a dead body. So now I can actually monitor how my students discuss as well. Alright. So I'm going to ask them who. So why I use this for my classes, because in linguistics, there's this concept where we teach people how to come to conclusions with incomplete sentences. So everybody's saying who? Self, mana-mana, elect, no. So you're able to test different concepts in language without really having to have an interaction in front of you. Alright? Okay, I don't know who to vote, by the way, so I guess I'll skip this turn. I will not vote for anyone to go out. And one amazing thing is when you do activities like this, you're able to really form that bond with your students. So right now, I think the majority did not vote for anyone to be out for this round. And then after this, I'll show you how I do my reflection sessions with the class going on. So apparently nobody died. Someone died, but we don't know who the killer is. All right. Any questions? You can still participate. Like maybe in the chat among the lecturers, you want to like predict who is the killer, which color. So I'm yellow. Okay, somebody sabotaged the ship again. Is it that person? I don't know. If anybody wants to guess who is the killer, do let me know. I should walk here. And among the staff, how many of you have heard of this game? Okay, everybody's trying to repair this thing in this room. But apparently the killer can disguise. So we don't know who's the killer yet. Don't kill me, I'm your lecturer, by the way. Okay. Is there anything to repair here? Nothing. Oh, I had to repair the electric. Okay. I'll repair the electricity. Alright. Everybody's checking the computer. First time? This is a very popular game, and it became even more popular when one of the politicians in the US, one of the younger politicians, actually streamed this game during the COVID pandemic, you know, just to have fun with whoa. Okay, I got murdered by my own student. What color was it just now? Astaghfirullahalazim. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Tinggal tulang aja. So dah tinggal apa? Roh aja kan. So now all I can do is just see who the killer is, or you know, help with tasks. Inna lillah. AOC. Yes, AOC. You might have watched that on online, right? Okay, so right now, my other student's also dead over there. Camellia over there is dead. Alright. So, alright, I'm defeated. Okay, before we go on to our reflection session, do you want to watch another round of me doing this game? Or do you want to see me doing the reflection? But again, lecturer mati cepat sangat, so let's see one more round lah, just to see how it goes. And one fun thing is that, you know, when you do OBS, you can show a lot of things on screen, and you can get the audience in chat to participate. Okay, once again, I am not the killer, I'm just an ordinary person. So I am the crew on this abandoned ship, and I have to like do my day-to-day tasks on this ship, like punch in, punch out. Gonna cut over here, jap. Yeah. So punch in, this is my staff card, staff ID. Alright. But somebody destroyed it. Oh! Astaghfirullahalazim. So I guess my students must be really upset with their carry marks. That's why I got killed again. But the amazing thing is, yeah, okay, you can actually notice the students' conversations in whatever activities you do. And normally I use their interaction and their conversations for what you call this, for our discussions. For example, what language style did they use? Why did you come to this action? For example, maybe if there are lecturers teaching psychology, perhaps you can look at, you know, the psychology of killers, for example. If you're teaching communication, maybe you want to teach about how, you know, communication patterns are different among people who are lying compared to people who are honest. So right now my students are discussing here who's the killer. So they just ask where. Alright? So if anyone here is teaching writing or teaching linguistics, you know, how do we form the inference based on this? And it's amazing how students do a lot of things, but they don't really without realizing it. For example, when you ask a question like where, purple, mana, I don't know, dekat cafe. This involves a lot of comprehension and understanding. So, and I tell my students, see, you can do this in a game. So when we study, this is the concept that you learn. It's similar to what you do in the game. Look, students are asking for evidence. Students are making their own assumptions here. Kali ni bukan aku serious. Cafe mana? Azda biru ni. Some are even making their in-game jokes. So right now they don't have enough evidence. So maybe, for example, if you're teaching science, or if you're teaching maybe lab subjects that require evidence-based things, you can come up with an evidence-based game perhaps to actually illustrate certain concepts. So this is how online streaming works. All right, now I'll let my students do their stuff there because I have been murdered so badly. Looks like they are upset with the carry marks. I don't know. All right, so any questions from among the audience so far? Do I have any questions that I need to clarify? So let's say, for example, I were to do what you call this, a session where I want to reflect on how things are. By the way, I have to tell my students thank you for a while for actually participating. All right, thank you for participating. So alright, hold on. I need to exit my game for a while. Leave game. And then back, exit. Okay, just give me 1 second to set up again. And alright. So now you see my slides, right? So how I relate activities to my class. So then I can show my class immediately. And because OBS has this effect where I can remove the background as well, I can literally just point to my slides as if there's a board over there. Okay, I need to get my hand in the camera so everybody can see, right? I'm pointing to the slides. So what I'm trying to teach here, this is actually something I did in my real class. So I played that game with my students while we were online. And I told them, that the chapter we're going to cover is something called pragmatics, which is the study of meaning in context, invisible meaning. So I made my students reflect on their word choice when they were discussing who is the killer and then how they suspect things. Because in the study of this subchapter called pragmatics, we learn about how people make assumptions. We learn about how people make inferences based on situations. All right, so one of the beauty of what you call this OBS is that, and what everyone here is doing right now is you're all a part of what an OBS style class is like. I have ultimate control of what I want to show. I can get participation. I can easily read the chat, and it looks very clean. If I were to minimize my screen, now because I choose to show my screen, you can see it. But if I wanted to hide my screen, this is what it actually what I can do. I can just hide the screen and make it completely blank. And if any of you are worried about copyright, you can even put your own watermark, your own logo over here. I have my own custom logo over here, which I'm moving around. I can freely move around elements on my screen while teaching. I can change things on the go. And if, let's say, I want to end the class, but I don't want the ending to, you want to have that nice touch to your class, I can even do something like this. Like a thank you for watching screen. I can do this, and then I can return back to my class with various effects. So I believe now you can see my screen, right? So now on my screen here, you can see the very software that I'm using, and this is the software that we call OBS Studio. We will be talking about OBS Studio in depth in the second half of the stream. After this, I'm just going to cover a little bit more ideas and stuff. And then, yeah. So any questions from the participants? This is just an example of what you can do with OBS. The possibilities are pretty much endless. Any questions from the audience so far? And if let's say you don't like your face to be here, you want my face to be somewhere else, I can move this over here, or it can be here, or it can be, you know, anywhere. All right, any questions from the audience or participants so far? Anything? And one reason why I invited everybody here to YouTube as well is so that everybody gets a feel of how students would feel about the particular session, you know. You get to see how an OBS live session feels like on the student side. All right, any questions? All right, if there are no questions, we shall move back to our Zoom session. So thank you everyone for seeing this live demo, and I will move back to Zoom. So thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum.